While higher commodity prices and input costs are on farmers' minds now, they didn't get that way overnight. USDA Chief Economist Seth Meyer traces the price movements of recent months and the current uncertainty in Europe during a webinar presented by the U.S. Soybean Expert Council. The webinar was held shortly after the USDA released its March planting intentions report.
I think we need to go back and remember, kind of Russia and Ukraine is on our mind. But we didn't get here overnight. We didn't get here with these higher prices overnight. We can go all the way back to fall of 2020. And I think many of your producers would say prior to the fall of 2020, maybe their sentiment wasn't so positive in terms of prices. 2020, China comes back into the market. Demand is robust. We see corn and beans really, part of this domestic, part of this export really shows some strength. Then we get to around to the middle of 2021. Russia, crop doesn't look so good. They're talking about export controls. Wheat grows its own legs and prices start to rise again. And then I think the latest issue is simply Russia, Ukraine, the ability to export wheat, and the ability to grow corn for the Ukrainians here, and they're their crop calendar very much like the Iowa and Indiana farmers. So they're very anxious to get out there in the field, and the real question is peace and diesel fuel, right? There's big questions out there for those producers, and I think that that's overhanging the market and causing a tremendous amount of uncertainty. I think the market's looking forward to next harvest. It's looking forward. So South American corn, U.S. planting, and on and on.
Well, I mean, let's look at that whole annual crop calendar, I think, and reconcile global production here. I mean, we're not doing a WASDE webcast, but I think all of this is still really relevant.
No, absolutely. So over the course of the last 3 months, we cut Paraguay, Argentina, Brazil, soybean production by 30 million metric tons. A little over 30 million metric tons. That's a big divergence in a market that where demand is pretty solid. So that also, there are a lot of things that have kicked us off and got us to this price position before the war. South American harvest being one of them. I think now we're looking forward to second crop corn in Brazil following that soybean crop. Soybeans went in early in Brazil, didn't fare well. The corn went in early, which is usually a sign it's got a better chance because when the rain shuts off, but there are going to be eyes on that crop because it really does have to have that rain through May.